Supreme Court today ordered a nationwide stay on government's cattle slaughter rules. Remember, the government had in May issued an order that animal markets could only trade cattle for agricultural purposes such as ploughing and dairy production. Today, a bench headed by the Chief Justice of India, J.S. Khekar, backed the interim direction of the Madras High Court that had earlier stayed the centre's notification. Ashmit Kumar, who was tracking that, is here with the details. Ashmit, what was the rationale that the Supreme Court gave here?
Well, at this point, given the concerns that have been raised, one before the Madras bench of the Madras High Court and before the Apex Court, the Supreme Court as of now has found it to continue the stay that had been allowed by the Madras bench of the Madras High Court. That stay, importantly, granted for a 4-week period, has not been lifted. The concerns that have been cited before the Apex Court have primarily pertaining to the freedoms and the liberties as enshrined under the fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution. That is one thing that has been cited. Another argument that was raised was about discrimination against those who consume cattle meat as opposed to those who don't. There were also issues raised with respect to the repercussions and the implications as far as employment and this industry is concerned. So on the back of these issues, what's critical here is that, number one, the Apex Court has continued with the stay that had been provided for by the Madras bench of the Madras High Court. But what's equally important is that the government appears to have conceded before the Apex Court that yes, it does acknowledge that there is a stay, that it will not enforce the notification in light of the stay, and perhaps most importantly also agreeing that it reconciles to the need for a re-examination, for a relook of the notification and examining whether or not there are tweaks that are required, there are amendments that are required that would accommodate the concerns that have been raised so far. So the government here taking a conciliatory approach to the Apex Court, ensuring that the stay remains in place, that the notification is not enforced, and we will have to wait for how this story turns out on the next date of the hearing. Back to you.
Okay, Ashmit, thanks for joining in with that.